Welcome to theAlcapown's Phasmophobia Beginner's Guide. I'm going to take you guys through all of the items, the various locations, the point of the game, how to play the game, how to be a good teammate, and ghost hunter. If it's part of a beginner's guide, we're going to cover it here right now for you guys.
Welcome
Please
back.
like and
I've prepared some
subscribe
jobs for you.
for more Phasmophobia content. Let's dive in. So the game starts out, and this is your home lobby. Real basic, right? Pictures you take show up here, the last 6. That's me dead in a very awkward position. That's a Ouija board that was active. And, some not so good pictures. So, let's do this. You go to the whiteboard. What up, Outlight Black Light? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back, brother. God bless you. How have you been? So, the beginning of this video is going to be the beginner's guide, and that's what we're going to cut up for YouTube. So you go to the whiteboard in Phasmophobia. You click it. You can do training. You can play. You can do option. You got your whatever. If you click training, the training option, I do recommend training first. Allow me to show you what that looks like. This will be perfect because I will show you just much like this is your tutorial. Okay?
There's been no reports of violence or sightings, but please remain careful.
No reports of violence. Always listen for that in the news report in the beginning, and I'll tell you why later. But this is the van, correct? So in the van, we'll walk you through it. Sound sensor, we have none of those placed. I'll show you what that is later. Activity shows the ghost activity level, so the paranormal activity, Blumhouse reference, if you will. For example, it'll spike anywhere from 1 to 10. A 10, that ghost is hunting. I'll explain what that means here in a little bit. You have your team sanity. Always keep that in mind. Have somebody or you check it often. If it gets too low, you are susceptible to ghost attacks and or death. And this is the map, the layout of the house. And then on this, you'll have, in a normal game, 3 objectives and a brief description about the ghost. You'll have a name, whether it likes to have people alone or in groups. Little details. Excuse me. And the objectives are like quests. It's really cool. So this one, we have a non-violent ghost. We'll use our ghost hunting skills. We know it's in the basement. Normally you have to find that out, but in the training it goes ahead and tell you. And there's a slideshow on the TV, and it wants us to go ahead and read it. So I'll go ahead and show you this, guys, but I'm still going to get into beginner's guide that's past just this. Okay, and this is when you have cameras set up. You can click through them, and you can go night vision or not. And then you need the key to get in. Always have somebody grab the key with the E key. Pun. And then this is the items you buy pre-game and bring into. You and the 3 others pull your money. You can all buy and bring different items, and then they'll all be placed here, like so. That's a camera for stills. This is a video camera. Video, you guessed it. This is a hardcore flashlight. Bang! I'll get into these. This is an EMF reader. Sometimes the quest will need an EMF read of 5 or not. That shows ghost activity. That literally measures that electromagnetism of whether or not a ghost is pregnant. Well, that's different. Present and or active. That is the spirit box. You can press a button, turn it on, and try to communicate with the ghost. And it'll sometimes speak back. This is ghost writing or writing journal. You can set that in a room, leave, and certain entities, certain ghosts will actually write on it. It's crazy. And this one right here shows fingerprints. Ultraviolet, like I'll show you an example. See how it's purple, blue? It can show any supernatural fingerprints, any fingerprints, footprints, stuff like that. Sometimes that will be on the quest. Really though, you want all these tools because if you press J in your journal, here's the Ghost Hunting Survivor's Guide. We'll take you through it. This is an introduction. Introducing. Ghost is an evil spirit of a dead person that feeds off people's fear. They are created from violent, sudden deaths. If disturbed, they can wreak havoc. This is red. I say wreak. Havoc across neighborhoods. And they've also been known to get up to 1,000 years old. This guide will help you understand what you need to do to survive. If I haven't said it before, and I have, baby, thumbs up if you share this puppy. Subscribe, comment down below, because I love that you're here. Let's make creepy gaming content. Love to have you along for the ride. So evidence of the supernatural is high in demand, which means it could sell, much like this game, by the way. Hunting ghosts, however, is an extremely dangerous task. It will be your job to enter a location to gather as much evidence of the supernatural as possible. Just remember, don't outstay your welcome. In order to discover what type of ghost you're dealing with, you'll have to learn each ghost strength and weaknesses. I love this part. I love the diversity of ghosts. Sanity, I already described to you guys. But here's, if you'd like to take a read, is the actual game definition of it. In your investigations, supernatural, you need to make sure your sanity is kept high. All types of ghosts prey on your sanity, make them stronger, the more insane you become, so the lower that level drops. Keep your sanity high around the paranormal. Make sure you stay in lit areas. The digital clock in the truck shows you how long you have before the ghost will get angry and lower your sanity faster. That's the first 5 minutes of the game, or however long that timer says, depending on the difficulty setting. I'll show you the timer. Use that time to find the ghost, set up equipment. If it becomes too low, recommended action is to bounce. I play a little more aggressive, but that's the recommended. And this is a beginner's guide after all. So bounce. A spirit. So we got our first entity, our first ghost. Our first ghost is the spirit. Allow me a sip of my beverage. Oh yeah. A spirit is the most common ghost you will come across. However, it's still very powerful and dangerous. Make no mistake. They're usually discovered at one of their hunting grounds after an unexplained death. Their unique strengths? Nothing. Weaknesses? You can use smudge sticks on the spirit. They'll stop attacking for a long period of time. That's an item you can buy and bring in. You have to have a lighter and you light it. Smokes, smudge stick. Evidence for them? Spirit box, fingerprints, and ghost writing. That means that a spirit will interact in those ways, and that will help you determine through the process of elimination what kind of entity you're dealing with. Because that's the point of the game, after all. You go in there with your ghost hunting team, you use evidence, find out which entity you're doing, you guess it in your journal, and then you bounce and you try to get that payday by guessing right. So that's spirit. Wraith. One of the most dangerous ghosts you'll find. Also the only known ghost that has the ability of flight and can travel through walls. Its unique strengths. Their race almost never touch the ground and cannot be tracked by footsteps. They do have a toxic reaction to salt, another item you can bring. And you can actually see when they've interacted with the salt and indents it. I'll show you. Evidence of them, fingerprints, freezing temperatures. There are thermometers you can bring. I always do. And a spirit box. Phantom is a ghost that can possess the living. It's most commonly summoned by a Ouija board, which will randomly spawn on any given map. It also induces fear into those around it. Unique strengths are looking at the phantom will considerably drop your sanity. Just by looking at it, you lose your mind. Unique weaknesses. If you take a photo, it'll make it temporarily disappear. Evidence for that's an EMF level 5, a ghost orb, which you can see on the computer screen if you have a video camera set up, and freezing temperatures. Once again, a Brangotharmos. Gotcha, Atlas. Poltergeist is up next, one of the most famous ghosts. Go watch that movie. It's on Netflix right now. A poltergeist, also known as a noisy ghost, can manipulate objects around it to spread fear into its victims, much like the movie. Its unique strength is it can throw a huge amount of objects at once. Weaknesses, it's almost ineffective in an empty room. Got no material. Spirit box, fingerprints, and ghost orbs are going to be your evidence for a poltergeist. A banshee. Now this is the hunter class of ghosts. They're a natural hunter and they'll attack anything. They've been known to stalk their prey one at a time and then make it kill. A banshee's strength is it'll only target one at a time, but its weakness is it fears the crucifix, another item you can bring, highly recommend, and it'll be less aggressive when near one. Evidence for that is EMF level 5, fingerprints, and freezing temps. Hey, let's all say it together. Brr. A djinn. Let's go, baby. Any of you fans of Magic the Gathering? Some cool djinn cards back in the day. Honestly, a djinn is a territorial ghost that will attack when threatened. It also has been known to be able to travel at significant speed. Unique strengths, they'll travel faster if you're far away. Weaknesses, turning off location's power source, which you can usually do in basements, depending on the map, will prevent the djinn from using its ability. Evidence is a spirit box, ghost orb, and EMF level 5. Brings us to the mare. We're not talking about a female horse. A mare is the source of all nightmares. It makes it most powerful in the dark. Think of Freddy Krueger without the sleep. Unique strengths. Unique strengths, as a mare will have an increased chance attack in the dark. Weaknesses, turning the lights on, lowers it. Spirit box, ghost orb, and freezing temps are your evidence for the mare. I think not put Mayor. Revenant. Not the DiCaprio movie where he finally got his much deserved Oscar, which he ate a buffalo's heart in that movie. A Revenant is a slow but violent ghost that will attack indiscriminately. It's been rumored to travel significantly high speed when it's hunting. Unique strength is a Revenant will travel at significantly faster speed when it's hunting a victim. Weaknesses? Hiding from the Revenant will cause it to move very slowly. So when you know there's activity, I recommend hiding. If you can't get out, hide. Highly recommend it. Turn your lights off, hide in the corner, I'll show you. Evidence. EMF level 5, fingerprints, and ghost writing. The Revenant. Now let's go, when you're hitting on somebody, or you got a friend and you haven't, responded to text in a while. They're shooting you with that shade. Well, welcome to the shade. The ghost, that is. It's a shade known to be a shy ghost. Excuse me. There is evidence that shade will stop all paranormal activity if there are multiple people nearby. A la Casper. Unique strengths of being shy means it will be harder to find. Weaknesses, though? You won't enter hunting mode if there's a bunch of people. You're rolling deep. Evidence is EMF level 5, ghost orb, and ghost writing. So notice some overlap in a lot of the evidences. That's why when you get to that third piece, that process of elimination, that's what it takes. 3 journal entries. And you'll usually know what you're doing. Next up is one of the most feared. It is the illustrious and always terrifying demon. Demon. The demon is one of the worst ghosts you can encounter. Okay? It's been known to attack without reason. It's just me. Demons will attack more often than any other ghost. Weakness, though? That's a strength. Asking demons successful questions on the Ouija board won't lower your sanity. Talk away, baby. Evidence for that is a spirit box, ghost writing, and freezing temperatures. Let's go right to the coolest name, Yuri. The Yuri is a ghost that's returned to the physical world, but usually for revenge or hatred. So Yuris as a strength have been known to have a stronger effect on your sanity. They simply drive you mad. Weaknesses? Smudging the Yuri's room will cause it to not want to run that location for a long time. Make it lay low. Evidence is a ghost orb, ghost writing, and freezing temperatures. I know it's a lot, but I love that there's a lot of ghosts. It makes this game have all the more staying power, I promise. Okay, last one, Oni. They're cousins to the demon, and they possess extreme strength. There have been rumors that they become more active around their prey. So unique strengths is they're more active when people are nearby, and they even move objects around at great speed. All of the Poltergeist, except you got the speed. Weaknesses is because it's more active, you're going to be able to find it and identify a little bit faster, if you live to tell the tale. Evidence is EMF level 5, spirit box, and ghost writing. Now, these are just a list of keys you gather. Some other keys are like a car key, for example, and you can do that if a ghost decides to turn on the alarm. The car key will be in the garage beside it. You can turn it off. That's just an example of another key. Next page of the journal, tools. Smudging. That will always be one of the main ways to weaken the common ghost. You do this, you grab the smudge sticks and you burn it near the ghost. It's an item you can buy and bring into the game. But you can click items and buy them. Ghost writing. The journal I showed you earlier. Paranormal investigators started using pen and paper as an alternative form of communication with the spirit box. Later discovered only certain types of ghosts. Oh yeah. Ouija board. That's the most common way of accidentally summoning a ghost. With a Ouija board. So you might come across them during your investigations. It means the house we rolled up on. Those people, probably summoned something they shouldn't. So be careful if you choose to use it. They can lower your sanity. If you use it, you activate it. I'll show you how. Click it. Press E. And then you ask it a question with your voice. Now that's the powerful thing about this voice. Your mic is always hot. Even if you're not pressing V or B to talk to your team. Ghosts can hear you. Saying their name, by the way, angers them. Remember that in this beginner's guide. Write that one down, for real. So you got an EMF level 5. Little reader. Shows a 5. That's activity. Spirit box. Certain ghosts will talk through it. Make sure the lights are off. Freezing temperatures. All of them make it cold. Some drop at -10 Celsius. Fingerprints. Some leave fingerprints on doors, windows, lights. Light switches. And you can use it with that UV light I showed you earlier. Ghost orbs. Classic paranormal evidence. Not all ghosts have window. They'll be visible on the camera. You set the camera, go into the van, and see it on that computer screen. Ghost writing book. Some can write inside that book with place nearby, not all. These are the photos you take with the camera. They'll show up in your journal. And this is where you record your evidence you find on your ghost hunt. As you can see, just do that as it happens. And then say you do it, like, okay, well, what has all of this? What has these 3? Process of elimination? Nothing. What has these 3? Nothing. Okay, what has EMF level 5, fingerprints, and ghostwriting? Revenant. So, you know what I'm saying? But say you didn't have this one. What has just these 2? You know, we're dealing with a Banshee or a Revenant. Makes sense? And then less is known, but the more you know, you can figure it out. So you take that key, you get 3 items, you get more if you're playing on VR. VR is crazy. And you get the EMF. And then you go here. Left click will open the gate. The game is very free. Allow yourself to play it in the dark. Really let yourself get lost. This is the first training night. I'm already freaking out. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to show you some of this in action. You just left click. Right click to turn on your thing. We're going to go right to the TV. By ourselves, so this is unbelievably scary. We know it's in the basement because this is the training. So welcome to Ghost Hunter's Training Guide. It shows you how to become a professional ghost hunter. So we need to drop this, pick up the remote. Oops. Okay, so let's pick that back up. It's not letting us use the remote. We're going to restart this, okay? Allow me to restart it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hunter's Guide. Here are your movement controls. WASD, shift is run, C is crouch, V is local talk, so to people near you in your proximity. B will actually talk like this, and the way they hear it is really like this really cool effect. You'll see very radio. Flashlight's T if you have one on you. If you have it actually out, right click. Inventory swap, Q to do a quick swap. Journal's J. Picking up is E, dropping is G. Right button on the mouse, primary use. Secondary use is F. Got it? I'll show you there for a second. Next slide. On investigation, you have about 5 minutes before the ghost angers and drops your sanity faster. That's that timer in the van I meant to show you. Use this time to set up equipment and find the ghost. You hear that creaking, by the way? That's good. For today, you don't have to worry about that in this training. We're going to set up a video camera inside the ghost room. And we're going to head... You're going to get a little freaked out when you're playing this, I'll be honest. Then we're going to head back to the truck and watch the CCTV monitor for a ghost orb. If we spot one, we can write it down in the journal. Alright, well that's step 1. Press T, get our flashlight on. And we know where it is. It's down here. This is absolutely terrifying. This is the basement. We're going to set this down. We turned it on. See that? Right click turns it on. Green is on video cameras. And I threw it down. There you go. And you can actually buy a tripod and bring that. That's what most people do. Do that, you'll look like a pro. Buy the tripod. We got it set up, facing that way, and it's on because it's green. Let's turn the light off, and let's press Shift key and run down here and shut the door, because that's terrifying. And let's go to the van to check the screen and see if we can see any ghost orbs. Ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe, please. Let me know if you want to see more Phasmophobia content. I'm digging this game. Org. Okay. I'm not seeing any. You'll see them, like, you know, a ghost orb. Or like little... Well, what is that? What's that right there? No, it's not moving. I'm not seeing any ghost orbs. So, the ghost did move a little bit about 30 seconds ago when we were down there. We have some activity. See the timer, by the way? We definitely had the ghost activity when we were down there. That's terrifying. Alright. Let's go back into this creepy home. And, let's look back at the TV, shall we? Goodness gracious. You can find me on theAlcapown on Twitch, by the way. Streaming the game. Like I said, comment down below if that's something you'd watch. Appreciate you guys being here. I hope this is helpful. If you spot one, write it down. If you didn't, grab the ghost writing book, place it inside the room. Okay. I'm just creeped out even being in here. It is because I played and I've already got some memories in this house, dude. This game is extremely powerful at making you afraid, like very few games I play can do. It's a completely different game than Outlast, but it has that Outlastian effect of horror, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I mean, this game can really allow yourself to get, like I said, spend that ability to get into the game, get yourself in a nice environment, and this game will take you for a ride. It just will. Like unlike anything I've seen. It's a one-man operation, or it was when it came out. So, I didn't do that. That's... My heart's beating fast. I got goosebumps just by that. I didn't turn that light off. I didn't turn that light off. I kept my cool down there, but look. Yeah. There was activity while we were down there. If I don't have the name, I'd be calling her or him by the name. So. Still no orbs. I figured I'd double check. I'm going to grab this to have. Get our camera. We're going to put a Wraith case on, and we're going to go down inside. I'm telling you, dude, like, you'll stop breathing for a sec. It's just so creepy. So... Jeez. Okay, so let's see if there's writing, and we'll know. And then we have the spirit box. We're going to go down there with the lights out. And we're going to ask, where are you, or how old are you? If it responds back with a voice, we write it in the last page of the journal. Let's go do this. I like this game with the team. Like I said, this is a tutorial. The reason I do is because I am a chicken. I am no journal entry. How old are you? Where are you? Okay. Okay. What we heard there is I didn't make out the first part, but then it said adult. So we do know we can get J. We have our first piece of evidence. It does use the spirit box. And you can go ahead and see how many of them do. You know, oh, pardon me. I'd say it's more than that. It's a lot. So you can see what I'm saying. We need more evidence. Okay. At this point, the room should now be cold. If the ghost is a freezing temperature, we'll drop it. Freezing. If you can see your breath, write it in the last page. Do we see our breath? We're gonna go find out. Jeez. Can't tell. No. Let's say we can't see our breath. So, let's go to the next page of this. Like I said, this is the training. I want you guys to really get comfortable and get a feeling you can drop in a game with randos and have a good time. And the community has been phenomenal. So I think you will have a good time. Even with little known. You know what I'm saying? So by this point, it's cold, freezing temperature. I didn't see it. So we don't have a thermometer. I didn't see our breath. UV torch. Okay. Scan the doors, windows, and light switches around the ghost. See, we're gonna check for fingerprints then. Let's do it. That's the one I showed you earlier. This is the purple. We're gonna look for any evidence that the ultraviolet light will give us, and see if we get a. I have a feeling we will. We've been missing them so much. Like I said, it's train. We only got a team of 4, and you guys are hitting multiple things. You know what I mean? Go and drop that. It's creepy anyways, and we already got that evidence. Although you can ask it other stuff. It's very interesting. We never EMF'd. Did it? I don't think it told us to do it though. We'll see. It might be next. I just always grab cameras. What am I doing right now? I see nothing. Jeez. Fingerprints. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna record the evidence up here. Okay, so we get J to bring up our journal. We have fingerprints. So we're either dealing with a spirit, wraith, or poltergeist. Let's move on to the next page. Grab the EMF reader from the truck. Scan it around the basement. Around the ghost. Scan objects around the ghost. The EMF reader lights up. We're probably gonna have a poltergeist. Lights up red, level 5, right in the journal. So we're gonna see if any items look moved, out of place, or if we see any move. And because we know the basement is where the ghost is, with your team, you guys usually find out pretty fast, depending on the size of the level. There are some large levels, like the Insane Zone in the school. But you can tell you'll be able to tell like an item sent off. That'll come with time. So we already did that. You do right click, turn it on. Remember that, right click, turn it on. I'm like afraid to even have it on. So much this game freaks me out. I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. It's a wild ride. This game is a blast. Poltergeist or Phasmophobia for life. I gotta remember to have my daggum. So. Oh my goodness, we have ghost riding. We have a spirit. We have a spirit. We have a Ouija board. Take a picture of that, by the way. We need to bounce. We know what we have. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a spirit. Okay. We didn't have to... Whew, I promise you, it's much more terrifying than that in a game that is not the train. And like I said, like, subscribe, you'll see the streams. So we have our journal filled out. You come back to the truck, We're 86 sanity. Little activity when we were down there. And we hit J. Spirit, fingerprints, ghost. And you can see the picture we took of the evidence for a little extra money. Remember, y'all about earning money during this. And because we're done, we know it's a spirit. Process of elimination does it for you. We hit this, left click, and we are going to bounce. Boom! And allow me to show you the next screen so you can kind of see how you did. That nature. Let's get this out and head on out.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Okay. There it is. Training complete. The ghost was a spirit. If you guessed spirit, give yourselves a round of applause. Or applause. I was going to say like a 5 and it came out old Santa Claus. The ghost was a spirit. Your training is now over and you are now ready to join up with other ghost hunters and record the paranormal. Complete ghost hunting objectives to receive a reward will let you buy extra equipment. They'll appear on that whiteboard in there. Remember I told you guys that. So, here are your stats, your level, experience needed, and how much money you've accumulated. Excuse me. Daily challenges, so reasons to log in every day. Get some more money. And here's the item store, so you can stock up, and then when you join a lobby with players, you can click an add button and add items. And you guys can do it together so you don't, so everybody gives to what's needed. Kind of like a pot, if you will. And here are the prices. Candle, UV light, crucifix fix, video camera, salt, strong flashlight, sanity pills. They raise your sanities, very nice. Thermometer, you get the infrared, you get the glow sticks. The head-mounted camera is really cool. It goes on here. You can select it on the computer screen and you can actually see that person, like their POV. It's awesome. So that's the equipment store. And then when you want to join a game, so I'll show you this will be your next step after training. You may not do training. You watch my video. You don't need it. You're already the best. Get HUNTIN Ghost. You hit play.
Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
And create a public, create a private. We are in the EU for some reason. We need to be in the US. We will now refresh. That was odd. And that's it. So like if you create a private, you can do that and you can let people join with this invite code right here and they can join you, they can put that in. When you do that, you can click select job and you can select Edgefield Street House, the Brownstone High School, Grafton Farmhouse, Ridgeview Roadhouse, or Bleasdale Farmhouse. I believe that's just what I have unlocked, if I'm not mistaken. It's not everything. Because there's the awesome asylum place.
Jobs ready for you.
Huge. So just know that bigger maps take much longer, a little more tedious, still a blast, still an awesome experience. I love it all. Phasmophobia, beginner's guide right here. Like and subscribe. Share it with your peeps. Let's help people not be intimidated by this game. Join in, go right into a game and know what they're doing. This game is super beginner friendly in my opinion. I can't wait to see more people getting into horror and hunting some dadgum ghosts. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate your time so much. God bless you all. Hope you're having a fantastic, spooky season. Now, this is the portion of the video that I will probably conclude the beginner's guide to Phasmophobia. I am now going to actually live stream games. This part will be found on Twitch. I may include some of this in the YouTube video. This part will go down on Twitch as I'm an affiliate. So, we're going to get into actually streaming some games. That's the end of the Phasmophobia Beginner's Guide by theAlcapown.